From the dark days of the past, we emerge stronger into a better tomorrow. Building the Filipino dream for over 50 years now. We at Philinvest stay attuned to your changing lifestyles. With healthy and quality living in mind. We take life to greener heights. Guided by future-forward principles. Made more essential in the new normal and beyond. Recharge with nature's restorative beauty. Delight in breathtaking views and vistas. Stay active with leisure amenities. Welcome a fresh influx of air and natural light. Stay productive in internet-ready and flexible living spaces. Be connected to major thoroughfares. We've always believed that the way forward is green. This is our vision, our inspiration, as we build the Filipino dream.
Yes, hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome for another project update. At I'm so excited kasi naman imagine this is a project update of Southwind. Ayan, kaya naman ating pong mga babatiin ang ating pong mga guests for today at especially keep sharing our link at itag na ang lahat ng ating mga kaibigan. Sabi nga ni Elizabeth Akdal, watching from CDO. At of course, nandiyan din po si Miss Ruth Orodador, watching from Singapore. Ayan po. At of course, si Jenny Hatakanaka, itinag na ang buong sambayanan. O, diba? Kaya nga sabi itag na po ang mga kapatid, kapamilya, kapuso sa mandako ng mundo. Itag na po natin. At hello from Malaysia, from Gemma din. Hello, Gemma! At of course, nandiyan na rin po si Miss Belma. At naku, napaka-exciting at napaka-ganda po ng ating project update, na ibibigay about this Southwind. That personally po ako, gustong-gusto ko yung project na to. Grabe! It's a very accessible at talaga masasabi mo na worth for your hard-earned money. Kaya naman, keep on sharing, By the way, I'm Mary Jean Sanson, one of the vice president po ng ating Freedom Sales. At ang maganda po dito, nakita ko rin si Ms. Tricia Langi. Good afternoon, watching from Malaysia. At ang maganda dito, alam niyo po ba, imamarites ko na po sa inyo dahil sa araw na ito, marami po tayong madidiscover about this Southwind, kung gaano talaga siya kaganda at kung gaano ka-worth it ang inyong investment. At syempre naman, kaya nga diba may marites at tolits, ibig sabihin, ang isi-share nyo yung good news. Yung good news na ganito palang project. Ang project na talagang kagigiliwan mo at talagang kikiligin ka to the bone. Yes, oo, para ka lang nai-inlove. Sabi nga ni Miss Glorisa, let's watch the update. Ayan, ang dami niyang tinatag. Si Miss Glorisa po ay tiga Saudi Arabia. At ngayon po, sabi ko nga, ayoko po kayo na masyado pa kayo matakam. But then, ang pinaka-importante po dito ay makilala na po natin ang ating presenter at masabi po niya kung ano ba talaga yung mga kaabang-abang. Yes! Nag-aabang na ba kayo? Excited na ba ang lahat? Itaas ang kamay! Yes, dahil marami tayong kaabang-abang na update with Southwind. At dahil dyan, tawagin na po natin ang ating pong kaibigan, Ang ating pong presenter for today, our project development specialist of Southwind, Mr. Gabby Rabe.
Hi
Hello,
everyone.
sir. Kamusta? Alam mo, nasasabi ko tuloy, grabe, grabe. Oh, grabe
Grabe
talaga.
ba?
Ayan, kahit for sure,
Ay, nga.
grabe, grabe. Ang ibibigay mo sa aming mga pasabog about this project. Sir Gabby, ang alam ko no na marami kang pinipare. Tama?
Yes, ma'am.
Ano
Medyo
ba
mahaba-haba to.
yung parang ano, abangan nila para lalo silang mag-type at mag-tag ng kanilang mga kaibigan? Ano yung masasabi mong super, super no na dapat ay makinig talaga sila at ma-share ito sa lahat?
Siyempre, ma'am, yung development updates natin, the promos, yan. So, makikita nyo lahat yun today.
Ayun, ako,
Yeah.
pagka sinabing promo, alam mo ba, parang merong ano no, may ting, ting, ting. Kaya nga, sa lahat po ng ating mga viewers, no, itag-itag na dahil ito na, pagsisimulain na po natin ang ating pong speaker for today. Sir Gabi, simulan na natin.
Alright. Thank you. Share ko lang ang aking screen. Ayun. Kita po ba? Meron na ba? Or yan. Okay. Thank you po. So, magandang hapon. I'm Gab. I'm the Project Development Specialist for San Pedro Projects, and today I'll be presenting Southwind. So, just an outline po of what we'll be discussing today. We have, syempre, about the developer, yung brand natin, property overview, project details, standard payment terms and financing scheme, development type table, technical requirements, FAQs, and syempre last, hindi ko na nasulat dito, yung promo natin. So about the developer. So Philinvest has been in the business for 50 years already. Isa siya sa mga leading real estate developers in the Philippines. Meron tayong assets worth 622 billion and stockholders equity at 1.126 billion. We have developed over 3,000 hectares of land and of course 600,000 square meters of prime office and retail spaces, all built on the Gutianon tradition of integrity, quality, and service. So recently, Philinvest has received three prestigious awards, isang Real Estate Asia Awards and dalawa from Dot Property for Outstanding Developer in North Luzon and Mindanao. So this is last August 2022. So it recognizes yung contributions of Philinvest in the real estate industry. Philinvest was also honored as one of the top 10 developers in the Philippines in 2020 and 2021 by BCI Asia. Isa to sa mga most coveted awards po in the real estate industry. So, then we have the brand. So, I'm sure may familiar na sa inyo dito, pero sige, discuss natin in passing. We have three brands to date. First, we have Prestige. Second, we have Aspire. Ito yung middle income segment natin. Dito included si Southwind. And lastly, yung Futura, yung affordable brand natin. So under the Philinvest Aspire brand, we offer an array of well-crafted communities in accessible locations na ideal for families looking na nag-upgrade their lifestyle. So for the property overview, so from banks, malls, schools, churches all over Laguna makes Southwind a prime location in San Pedro, which also makes it a good real estate investment. Southwind is within an hour's drive to Manila and Tagaytay, putting the metro and other major destinations within reach. Laguna is also currently experiencing an increase in job opportunities and a boom in tourism and real estate value. So, bakit natin pipiliin si San Pedro? Una, accessibility. It can be accessed via the SLEX or National Highway. Progress, continuous growth of techno parks and outsourcing hubs. We have established educational institutions. We are near sa infrastructures, modern malls, and public markets. We have access to major banks na nag-ooperate in Laguna now. And syempre, Laguna towns are famous for homegrown products and delicacies, and rich din tayo sa historical and religious heritage. Now we move on to sa mismong project. So for Southwind, given its accessible location, we have the following landmarks all within 16 kilometers. So makita nyo may simbahan, may school, may hospitals, main highways, malls, may golf and country club pa nga eh. So yeah. So let me add also that Southwind is inside South Peak. South Peak is a master plan estate consisting of 69 hectares, standing over 265 feet above sea level. We have views of Laguna de Bay and the mountains of Makiling and Banahaw. So medyo bundok na area po to ah. Rolling terrain tayo dito sa South Peak. So here we have the full site development plan for South Peak. So as you can see po, we have 4 projects inside din. Una, si The Manors, nasa main entrance siya. Then, we have Viridian, katabi siya ng main clubhouse. Next, we have The Pines. And lastly, we have Southwind, our new development, which is at the leftmost portion ng SDP. So here's an actual photo po coming from Southwind. So this is where you can enjoy a tranquil lifestyle in a well-planned community. So as I've mentioned po, meron tayong view ng Laguna de Bay. Yeah. So just a few project facts lang po. So we have a total land area of 10.76 hectares with 390 units. We're offering residential lots and modern Asian themed walnut and banyan. Typical lot size po natin is 126 to 405 square meters. Priced at 25,200 per square. Price range naman po natin is 3.9 to 11.8 million for lots and 7.6 to 9.8 for walnut and 8.8 to 11.3 million for banyan. So since we're currently on full blast in terms of land dev, wala pa tayong actual photo set. Pero for now, ito po yung community perspectives natin. So ito yung una, entrance po. Next, we have our main amenity showing you our pavilion, kids and adults pool. So as you can see po, nabanggit ko kanina rolling terrain tayo. So yung amenity natin goes along the land's natural sloping terrain. Yan. Since Southwind is also inside South Peak, the residents can enjoy po yung amenities within the community. So pwedeng makigamit si The Pines kay South Peak, si South Peak may higamit kay Southwind, vice versa. So we only have 2 entrances also, papasok at palabas. So yung main road natin, main entrance natin, ito yung pictures sa kanan. Siya yung yung red line. So hanggang dulo po yan kung makikita nyo sa map. And yung secondary naman natin, yan yung gate 2 natin. As for the shared amenities, sa South Peak Phase 1, we have our barbecue park. Meron siyang basketball court and tennis court. And for South Peak Phase 2, meron naman tayong main clubhouse na merong function hall, children's playground, swimming pool, pangalawang basketball court, and pangalawang tennis court. Then for the Pines, meron tayong another clubhouse called the Pine Circle. So ito, actual photo po yan. Meron siyang sariling playground and another swimming pool. Yan. Then, here's the site development plan for Southwind. So, it reflects po yung kung saan located yung mga house models natin. So, makikita nyo may legend yan. Saan yung banyan, saan yung walnut, saan yung lot only, and yung red and blue, yung magiging location ng model units natin. So, for Southwind, we are offering 2 house models. We have banyan single detached and walnut single attached. So, discuss natin siya in detail ngayon. So, una, we have walnut. It is a single-story, 3-bedroom unit, currently priced at 7.6 to 9.8. So, si walnut, meron siyang roof deck, which makes it ready for vertical expansion. So, yes, pwede mag-expansive buyer ng second floor. So yung next slides po natin, ito yung specs and finishes natin. Bali sa makikita nyo po, yung units po natin for Southwind come in completely finished. So move-in ready po yung mga bahay natin. Yan. Then our last house model po, si Banyan. This is a 2-story, 3-bedroom unit priced at 8.8 to 11.3. So this is ideal for families na merong senior kasi meron tayong 1 bedroom and 1 toilet and bath sa ground floor. So yung next slides po natin is specs and finishes din. So yan, same din po ni Walnut. Banyan comes in completely finished and move-in ready po siya. Yan. So, okay pa naman. Pa-heart naman dyan kung gising pa. Yon, salamat. Merong isa. Yan. For the standard payment and financing schemes, yan. We are of standard po ito for all Aspire projects. So, una, we have spot cash payment. We give an 8% discount for outright payment and 5% discount po if yung payment will be made within 30 days. Pangalawa, we have deferred payment. Maximum term natin dito is 2 years at zero interest. So how does this work? Let's say 3 million yung presyo ng property, divide mo siya sa 24, that's it. Yun na yung babayaran ng client. Then, number 3, we have bank financing. Dito, ang minimum down payment natin for lots is 20%. House and lot naman, it's 10%. The down payment can be paid up to 12 months, pero kung RFO unit po, hanggang 6 months lang tayo. The remaining balance can be paid in 5 years at 7.5, 10 years at 9.5, and 15 years at 10%. Then last, we have in-house financing. Minimum down payment po natin dito for both lots and house and lot is 20%. The down payment can be paid up to 12 months, pero same din, pag RFO units, matic na po 6 months DP. Then the remaining balance can be paid for in 5 years at 11.5 interest, 7 years at 17, and 10 years at 18%. Our reservation fee po natin for lot only is 20,000, pag house and lot naman po 30,000. Development timetable and availability of our technical requirements. So, ang overall development completion po natin per our LTS po is December 2024. Although, nasa 88% completion na tayo. Yan. Ang first batch of house construction natin ay magsa-start at the fourth quarter po of 2022. First batch of house turnover is second quarter of 2023. And the completion of our open space amenity, yung flash ko kanina, is fourth quarter of 2023. The individual TCTs and tax deck of land is available na. And ang individual tax deck building will be available upon the completion of house construction. The commencement of the TCT, TD land and building transfer to buyer's name who are fully paid will be on the third quarter of 2022. Yeah. So as for the construction development status, so ito siya. So here's an SDP showing the current land dev at 88%. So yan. So makikita nyo yung concrete pavement, ganyan. So ipapakita ko yung next slides kung saang areas yung developed and yung actual photos nito. So here, we have road lot 6. Nasa area po sa kanan, makikita nyo yung map na may red na circle. So ito yung location ng actual road niya. Next. So this is road lot 9. We have the perimeter fence also. So ayan yung naka-encircle sa right side. Photos of where the sold lot only inventories are located. Yan. Then yung next slide natin, these are the areas po available inventories that are open for sale. Yan, nasa ORS po ito lahat. Then another area po. So these are all open po. So block 7 siya. Naka-encircle siya sa map. Yan. And an aerial photo po. Dito yung location ng amenity natin. So si Road Lot 9 and Road Lot 10. In between po, yan yung amenity. Yan siya. Then moving on, ito yung frequently asked questions natin. So, yan. So for a short disclaimer, so this serves as a guide for sellers for client inquiries. This material doesn't contain complete information or the complete restrictions as indicated in our deed of restrictions. Pero we give out a copy of the DOR since part siya ng sales documents in purchasing a property. The information in this material is subject for periodic updates and please feel free to consult us if there are other clarifications po. So our FAQs will be categorized into three parts. So property use and occupancy, design and construction guidelines, and homeowner responsibility. So for the property use and occupancy, ito yung usual questions natin. So meron bang restrictions in use and occupancy of the property? Can I subdivide or consolidate lots? Kailan ako pwede mag-occupy ng house and lot? Kailan ako pwedeng mag-construct ng house sa lote ko? Or can I change, expand, or add structures on my house and lot? So sagutin natin siya isa-isa. For the first question, restrictions of the use. Yes, generally restrictions, covenants, and conditions have been set for Southwind project in order to promote and maintain convenience, safety, security and cleanliness, aesthetics, and property value. So for the use of the residential lots, all lots shall be used exclusively for residential purposes. An owner shall not to construct or maintain commercial establishment for temporary or transient lodging. No lot shall be used in pursuit of any commercial purpose, religious, political, or any other such activity resulting to large gatherings. No temporary structure shall be constructed or erected on any property at any time except by contractors during the construction period. No lot shall be permitted for transient and hotel purposes, which means to lease or rent for less than 30 continuous days. Owners shall be permitted for long lease or rental agreement of their lot and responsible to their lessee to inform and comply of Southwind restrictions. So prohibition against multi-structures. Only one private single-family residential house shall be erected on each lot. So question number 2. Can I subdivide or consolidate a lot? Lots shall not be subdivided. Bawal. On consolidation naman, the two adjoining lots may be permitted for consolidation, provided it shall not thereafter be subdivided. So permanent na yun. Pag pinagsama mo, yun na siya. So three or more lots may be consolidated and then subdivided into lesser number of lots, provided that none of the resulting lots shall be smaller in area than the smallest lot before consolidation. Yan. The final resulting lot after subdivision or consolidation shall be subject to the provisions on easements and setbacks in the subdivision's restrictions. Titling and tax dectan subdivision and consolidation is subject lots shall be processed and secured by the property owner. So when can I start occupying my house and lot? So the buyer purchased the house and lot can be occupied upon una, proper and formal turnover of the property by PhilInvest, which is usually given upon payment qualification, availability of technical requirements, and basic utilities. Ito yung water and power. So upon compliance also to the clearance of for move-in by the subdivision administration or its property management. So when can I start to use or construct a house on my lot? So the property owner po can start to use or construct a house on his lot upon proper and formal turnover and upon compliance and approval of the necessary plans by the authorized design committee and securing of permits for house construction from the local government. So can I change, expand, or add structures on my house and lot? Yes. Upon compliance po and approval of the necessary plans by the authorized design committee and securing permits for house construction from the local government. Yan. So next part po, the design and construction guidelines. So first question, meron bang design and construction guidelines to be? Yeah. Are there restrictions on the house design, architectural theme, building height, setbacks, easements, and the minimum house construction cost? So for the first question, is there a design and construction guidance to be followed? So yes, the owner shall be bound by the construction rules and regulations and design guidelines. The principal intent of the guidelines is to establish the character of Southwind. As property owners comply to the design and construction guidelines, it will help preserve themed natural scenery, landscaped open spaces, and functional amenities. Second is to improve development further by the structures that will be constructed within the subdivision. And lastly, to improve the aesthetic quality of the subdivision by the architectural solidarity of the development within. Number two, so the restrictions on house design and yeah. So yes, all construction a lot within a lot shall comply to the following. Number one, architectural theme. The subdivision features a modern Asian theme concept. So susunod po tayo doon. Building height. The residential units are allowed only up to 2 stories high. An attic floor may however be allowed provided that the roof apex does not exceed the height limit of 9 meters. Setbacks and easements. So every owner is required to provide in his lot an open space for purposes of landscaping, ventilation, and for easement of drainage, sewage, water, and other utilities. Building setback shall mean the distance of the building shall be constructed from the property line larger than 300 square meter may be subject to stricter setbacks and easements. So, eto guys, for corner or through lots, 3 meters ang um, easement natin sa sides and 2 meters naman sa not fronting the street. Yung rear natin is 2 meters. For interior or inside lots, ang front natin is 3 meters, ang sides natin and yung rear is 2 meters. For the footprint slash plot or coverage ratios, the total area or the maximum plot ratio to be devoted to buildings and structures shall not exceed the ratio of 80%. A coverage ratio of more than 50% shall not be allowed. Lots larger than 300 square meters may be subject to stricter plot and coverage ratios. So what is the minimum house construction cost? So meron tayo. It's at 20,000 per square and subject to be updated periodically. So all auxiliary buildings must be made of strong materials and not less than the prescribed construction cost, and consistent with the architectural theme of the subdivision, and to contribute to the appreciation of the property values and general aesthetic appeal of the area. Structures built on like materials such as sawali, nipa, bamboo, or kogon are prohibited kasi fire hazard nga naman siya. So for homeowners' responsibility, we have 3 concerns, 3 FAQs. So are there a subdivision's rule and regulations? Will there be an homeowner association in the subdivision? And is there a membership and fees and dues due to be paid by buyers and homeowners? For the first question, yes, the owner shall be bound by the subdivision rules and regulation to govern the proper and orderly administration, operation, and maintenance of the subdivision. It shall include and not be limited to security, traffic and road management, usage of common areas, facilities, and amenities, restriction on pets and animals, garbage and sanitation, etc. For the second question, yes, there will be a homeowner association. This is in compliance with the requirements of PD 957, the organization of a homeowners association for South Peak has been limited, wherein Southwind, as a component phase of South Peak, shall be subject to the jurisdiction, and all its residents shall be deemed members thereof. There shall be one homeowners association in the entire South Peak community, which shall uniformly govern each of the phases comprising the same. So since isang area lang po tayo, isang big subdivision, so part siya ni South Peak. So is there membership fees and dues to be paid by buyers? Yes. So each owner shall automatically become a member of the association, and each of them shall abide by its rules and regulations, including compliance and obligation to pay membership dues and assessments. So currently, the association dues is set at 2 pesos per square meter and subject to be updated periodically. Property owners of Southwind shall be advised by the association in its commencement and assessment of payments of fees and dues. Then of course, syempre, hindi pwedeng wala to, yung promo natin for the third quarter. So what we're offering right now are extended down payment terms. So actually these are reflected po sa online price list natin. Naka 24 months po ang DP term instead of 12. This is for bank financing terms po. So ayan, this is for Banyan as low as 30K, 30.5, and for Walnut is 30.5, and for Banyan naman is 39.9K per month. So that's it. If there are questions, you may raise them now. And yon. Thank you po. Thank you po for your time.
Yes, hello, Sir Gabby. Nako, grabe naman. And lahat na po ay sinagot na ninyo. Parang wala na kaming maisip kung ano ang pwedeng itanong. Diba yung sa COA, na 2 pesos per square meter, ano yung deed of restriction, kung gaano kataas, at pala pwede pang hanggang second floor lang siya, and then kung may attic, pwede rin. Mga ganun ba? Alos lahat nasagot na. At even the updates of yung roadmap, no? Na kung ano na ang nagawa. Hay, nako, Sir Gabby,
Yes,
ano
ma'am.
niyo po, ang gustong-gusto na po namin gawin ay ang mag-reserve. Tama ba? Kasi imagine, no, sa reservation pa lang, pag mga lote ay 20,000, tama po. Pag house and lot ay 30,000 pesos. Tama po ba, Sir Gabby?
Yes, ma'am. Tama po. So, available na po yan. Nasa ORS po natin. Pwedeng-pwede na pong pagpilian.
Yes, saka po ang napakaganda po, binigyan nyo rin po kami ng idea kung kailan po mag-i-start ang constructions naman. First batch, second batch, di ba? Kaya
Yes.
naman, kumbaga, for all of us, we are so confident enough na wow, itong property na kanilang i-invest ay meron ng sinisimula na development. Ayan. At tingnan natin kung meron pang maglalakas loob na magtanong o lahat talaga ay check, nasagot nyo ng lahat. Anyone po na gusto magtanong? Or gusto nyo na talagang mag-share sa lahat ng inyong mga kaibigan? Sa dami na nag-tag, sa dami rin ng mga nag-love at nag-like. For sure po ngayon po ay hinahanap na po nila yung kanilang mga yung mga KKK nila. Sir Gabby, may tanong na lang ako. Ayan, sabi ni si Mas Marlene Gemuta, nag-tag na talaga. So, may tanong ako. No? So, for this kind of development, alam naman natin na under to ng Aspire. So, sa middle affordable. Ano po? Basically, yung appreciation value, syempre, for some of us, karamihan kami mga OFW. For the meantime, since na nag-abroad pa kami, mas maganda makapag-plan ka ahead of time para doon sa aming dream, na happy home. No? In terms of appreciation value, paano nyo po siya nare-rate?
We are actually every year we are nagre-raise tayo ng 5% ng price every year. So nag-appreciate tayo ng 5%.
Wow. And of
Yeah.
course, sabi nga, the earliest na makapag-start ka ng iyong investment, no, mas marami ka, yung inventory, no, mas marami ka mapapamilian kasi along the way, talagang hot cake siya. Kasi pinag-aagawan yan.
Actually, ma'am, nag-start to at around 15K. I think years back.
Oh,
Ngayon, magkano na siya? 25. So, yung mga bumili nun, sobra na yung ano na sila, kumita na sila ng gusto.
kaya nga eh. Yun nga po ang masarap dito sa property investment nito. And especially kasi basically ako mismo nakadalaw ako sa site. Ay ano talagang yung overlooking siya the Laguna de Bay. Tapos sobrang hangin. Kaya nga wind, no? Kaya may ano, may south wind. Ang ano niya talaga. So, and mataas po talaga yung kanyang ano area. So, Sir Gabi, any last message for them? No, bakit na kailangan nilang i-grab ang opportunity na makapag-start ng kanilang investment, especially for the promo o extended down payment?
Yun. So, ngayon guys, yung promo natin is up to the end of the month na lang. So, I suggest na i-grab natin yung opportunity to sell at this promo, no? Tapos ngayon, we are at 25.2. By the following months, tataas natin ulit. So, it's an opportunity for us to sell at this price kasi may magandang investment siya for our future clients. So, yan. Happy selling, guys. Happy selling po.
Wow, ano ko may humabol na tanong, ma'am, naumpisahan na ba yan? O ano, o sisimulan pa lang gawin ang paggawa?
Ayun, ma'am. Yung sa presentation natin a while back, nasa 88% tayo. In terms of yung house construction, ang estimation natin is fourth quarter of this year, makapag-start tayo.
Wow. And also, it depends on the payment na po ng mga clients, di ba? So basically,
Yes.
tama po ba? After ng down payment at ma-loan take out, doon po sinisimulan gawin ang bahay?
Yes, ma'am. Opo.
Ayun, o yan. Ayun pa, Miss Regine, hope na narasagot po namin yung inyong katanungan. Kaya sige nga po, Sir Gabi, another last message pa kasi mukhang nag-aantay pa sila ulit ng ano, mukhang may giggle effect na ang mga natin manonood.
Oh, nagkakahiyaan pa ata magtanong, ma'am. Sige lang, dito lang ako. Pwede niyo akong i-message dito sa Facebook.
Ayan, binigay na yung
Pwede
Facebook
naman.
ako.
Ayun naman nandito na ako. So, search niyo lang yung picture na may pink na circle. Ako yan. Ako lang naman yan, nag-iisa.
Oo nga eh, kasi hinihintay nga namin, baka kako lumabas na yung camera eh. So, I think Sir Gabi na ano, na okay na po yung ating mga viewers and I believe na some of our viewers at marami mararating itong ating pong ano, ating broadcast na for sure na basically na this is really one of the best investment, no? At syempre naman napakataas ng ano ng kalidad kapag si Philinvest mismo ang gumagawa. Ayun. So, any last message pa po, Sir Gabi?
Baka maubusan na ako ng sasabihin, ma'am. Okay?
Yan. Tingnan mo. Ibig sabihin,
happy selling, guys. Happy selling.
sa lahat na nakinig, nasabi ng lahat ni Sir Gabi, no? Kumbaga, inigana natin ang lahat ng kanyang kaalaman para sa atin po na magkaroon po tayo ng security at yung tinatawag na peace of mind kung saan nyo po dadali ng yung mga hard-earned money. And one of the best investment in town ay ang Southwind. Kaya Sir Gabi, sabayan mo ako. Pag sinabi kong ano ang sigaw ng mga OFW, laban OFW, preach your life. Sabayan niyo po ako, ha? Okay, ano ang sigaw ng mga OFW sa buong mundo? Laban OFW!
W.
Start life! Salamat po! God bless you all! Thank you! Thank you, Ashley! Thank you, Elizabeth! Thank you, Nelson! Thank you, Regina! Thank you, Nova! Thank you very much, Mean! God bless you all. Meron pa rin sa ating mga limit. At kung mas marami na kung nakaalam ko, God bless. Hello.